These are Tart Protein Bars, and this is how you make them. Get 2 cups of frozen strawberries into a pot, set over medium heat, and throw the lid on. For the crust, almond flour goes in the bowl, 2 1/4 cups. 3 tablespoons of tapioca or arrowroot flour. And we do need some protein. I think vanilla cream is perfect for this. And check this out. It's got your protein, it's got grass-fed collagen, but it has tons of organic fruits, functional mushrooms, and more importantly, no added sugar. 1 scoop goes in the bowl. Give it a good mix up. To the same bowl, add a couple tablespoons plus a half of maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and you do need some room temperature butter, which I don't have, but you could also use ghee, which is perfect for this recipe. I need to scoop 5 tablespoons into the batter and just use a large fork to mash everything together. After a couple minutes, the dough will come together really nicely. Use your hands to incorporate all the ingredients until they come together. Pour the dough out onto a board and form it into a big ball. Dash it in a bag and then toss it in the fridge for at least 1 hour so it can firm up. And that's what I'm looking for. The berries have reduced. I do want to sweeten it with a tablespoon of maple syrup, and for some acid, I'll squeeze in a tablespoon and a half of fresh lemon juice. 1 more mix and set it aside to cool. For the Pop-Tart, we need an upper and lower crust, so I want to make sure everything's even here. I'm going to measure it, and that comes out to about 220 grams per dough. Before the dough goes into the baking dish, I want to roll it out a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect here. We'll use our fingers later on, and sometimes the shortbread will crack. It doesn't matter. You can just put it together with your fingers. Make sure your baking dish is lined with parchment paper, and just use your fingers and fill it in. Make sure it's all one even layer. And you'll notice once the strawberry jam is cooled, the pectin will thicken it up. Spread it almost edge to edge. You want a little bit of gap on the sides. And I'll do the same thing with the top piece of dough. Just flatten it out, try to make it the same size as the baking dish, and then gently flip it on top of the strawberry jam and pinch the edges all around. Try to seal it the best you can. In the oven it goes at 325 for about 35 to 40 minutes or until deep golden brown. That's what I'm looking for. Nice and golden on the edges. Time to yank and let it rest. Make sure to let the Pop-Tarts cool down so it's easier to slice. I'm going to cut these into nice big squares, and it's time to eat, my friends. Cheers. Look at the jam inside. That's better than the Pop-Tarts in the box. Recipes in the caption. Make it. How you go, sister? Not good? Wow. All right, we'll have the rest for a dessert.